But hope being seen is not hope, okay? So if we have that for which we hope, well, it's not the same. If we possess it, hope being seen is not hope. For what anyone sees, why does he still hope? I mean, that's a little rough in terms of the translation. But if you've got it in your hand, you don't have any reason to hope. And we don't have it in our hand yet. Okay? And if we hope for that which we do not see, and this is where he's going, we earnestly expect it through endurance. Or I think you had through patience. Okay? This is not the normal word for patience. It is that normal word for endurance that I'm trying to think. I think in the King James they normally translate the other word as long-suffering and this word as patience. This is that word for remaining under.
Hupomeno.
I'm sorry?
Hupomeno?
Yes. Some people have paraphrased it as stick-to-itiveness.
Yeah.
Okay? Because, you know, you're under the flapjack iron. You know, I mean, if you want to get flapjack, in the old days you put the iron on it and that's how you cooked it. Well, you're under pressure. I mean, you could think of other examples, you know. So, but it is a pressure word. That's the emphasis here. So likewise, okay, so we're expectantly awaiting it through endurance. And then he says, likewise also, the Spirit helps our weaknesses. It aids our weaknesses. He comes in together with our weaknesses. So this is why I said what I did about the verse 18 about the sufferings, the experiences that we have in the now time in terms of just the normal human state of being frail and not God. You know, it has nothing to do with illness or persecution. It's just the fact of our existence. So he helps our weaknesses. For what we should pray for, even as it is necessary, we do not know. Okay, so putting that better. For we do not know what it is necessary to pray for. That's basically right? And we don't know this by experience. We just know it because God told us. And this is the same word that I was talking about before. It's the one about revelation knowledge rather than experiential knowledge. God has to tell us that we really don't know what to pray for. We think we know what to pray for. But in our human state, that controls our emotions and our physical being, you know, because we have people who, well, the doctors will tell you that psychosomatic illness, okay, you can think yourself into being sick.
Yes.
Okay, that's just an example of the human condition. So, since we don't know what it is necessary for us to pray for, I mean, we know how to pray. I mean, I think that's a general state. But the actual content of our prayers, that's the issue. So what happens is, he says, he uses a strong word, the but the Spirit himself, what does he do? And this is where we're going here, the intercession. The Spirit himself makes intercession on our behalf with groanings that are unspeakable or unutterable groanings, I think you have there. Okay? So the Spirit has access to the Father, and in some way, and I don't know if the groanings that are unutterable are something just reflecting what the Spirit does, or in our state, you know, just a mumbled prayer, even though we can't really think and know how to pray properly or what to ask for, really. But the Spirit takes whatever we have in our mind and heart, and he takes it to the Father for us. He's helping our weaknesses. So, and we didn't read verse 27, but I'll hit that. And the one searching the hearts knows what is the mind of the Spirit, because he intercedes according to God, or before God, on behalf of the saints. So, who this person is, this may be the Spirit, or it may be the Son, or maybe the Father. But because he says it's the one searching the hearts, he knows what is the intent and mind of the Spirit. So maybe it is the Father, because the Spirit is coming to the Father with our unutterable request, the things that we can't even voice, we can't even properly think them, because he knows what is the mind of the Spirit, the intent, because the Spirit intercedes before God on behalf of us, on behalf of the saints. And so I had thought about going into the rest of chapter 8 at the end, because there talks about Christ interceding for us. But, you know, it's a great encouragement. There's a couple of other passages. There's another one in Hebrews 7 where it talks about Christ making intercession for us. But we can always look at those at another time. But I think in terms of our human condition, we should take heart. Because even if we don't know how to voice our own prayer, what to say, God knows what we need before we ask. And so even, you know, just the mere thought of something. I mean, it is true, we should take time for times of prayer, but there are times, you know, you're in a hospital room with somebody who's sick. You know, you don't know what to pray. I mean, you'd like for them to live, or you may think maybe they'd be better off dead. I mean, given their condition. I don't mean, you know, that in a negative sense, you know what I mean? And you can apply that broadly to any other circumstance. But this is a real encouragement.